I'm John Feidelberg, and this is the one thing I learned. Okay, so this is the story of my most embarrassing breakup ever, I guess it would be, or the saddest breakup ever. And also, let's be honest, it's also the funniest breakup ever. So this is, let's call it 5 years ago. I am recently moved to New York, working at Barstool Sports. I come out of the office one day, and my girlfriend is waiting for me. She looks beautiful. She's a very cool girl. I'm excited. I'm like, hell yeah, that's up, babe. She says, let's go grab a drink. This is not uncommon. We were functioning alcoholics. We drank literally every single day. And so there no red flags went up. It wasn't like a we need to talk conversation. That was never had crossed my mind. This is a straight up out of the sky dumping. So we walk into the bar, we go towards the back, and we sit at a whiskey barrel table. They had one of those kind of fancy, kind of cool, little unique, right? And we sit down, order 2 beers, and ready to just drink until it's time to go back to work. She says to me, as soon as the waitress walks away with our order, she says, you know, I don't think we should move in together, which is something we've been talking about a little bit loosely. And I said, you know what, I get it. You know, we haven't been dating that long. I understand. We won't move in together. I'll re-up my lease, and then we'll figure it out. And I could see in her face right then, she had that look of, oof, you didn't get it. I'm gonna have to lay this one on pretty thick, it seems like. It seems like I'm dating for the next 10 minutes the stupidest fucking boy in the world. And she says, no, I don't mean now, I mean ever. Like, I mean, we're gonna be done. We're breaking up. You and I are no longer an item. I am gonna live the rest of my life without you in it. And I, trying to ever be the cool cat, you know, I don't believe in the idea of like, let's remain friends. I don't think that works. But also, I don't know, it wasn't a bad breakup. There was nothing wrong. It just didn't work. So I was like, all right, we can keep being friends here. So I kind of lean back and I'm like, yeah, no, I get it. And the 2 beers come out and she looks at me with just kind of sheepish, like puppy dog eyes, like, you don't have to drink that. I understand what you're trying to do. I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you don't need to drink that right now. And again, I was like, no, come on, we're still close. Like, no big deal at all. Like, whatever, I don't care. It doesn't even bother me. Like, I'm gonna be fine. This isn't the worst thing that's ever happened to me. We're good. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And then I start drinking the beer. And as the beer hits my lips, I realize just how insane what I'm doing is. I am remaining seated at a table with a woman who has made it clear she wants nothing to do with me. And I'm trying to play it cool, and it's just the opposite is what's happening. I'm realizing, the hamster wheel is spinning, and the hamster is whispering while he's catching his breath, just drink it, just drink it. And I'm like, I fucking know, dude, I'm trying to just drink it, but I can't because I'm crying too much. Like, I'm yelling back at this hamster in my head, being like, bro, I know I should get the fuck out of here, but I can't just put a beer down because that's weird, I think. I'm one of those guys who, like, you know, when you get up from the table and dinner's done, there's still a little bit left in the drink, you kind of just finish it off. You just pound it, that's it. You know, you just don't leave drinks on the table. That's rude. The waitress has to pick those up. You leave her a nice empty glass, you can stack it. So I'm trying to chug this beer, but I'm fucking crying. So as I'm crying, I'm trying to hold back tears. I'm choking the beer up, and it's spilling down the sides of my mouth. And I'm just covered in liquids. Some salty, some hoppy, but I'm covered in liquids. And I finish the beer, I put it down, and I look at her like I do not look like I just finished a gangbang scene. And I just said, all right, you know what, I'm gonna take off, I'll see you later. And as I get up and grab my bag, I look and I can see her phone, and she was tracking someone else getting there, which I just imagine is another guy. I don't know who was on the way. So that's why she was just really trying to tell me to get the fuck out of there. Then I try and think and process the guy who came after me to an empty beer filled with tears. Like, you know, like, oh, I want to drink your tears, you say to the loser? Someone literally had the ability to drink my tears while he had got drinks with my ex-girlfriend. How fucked up is that? And as I'm walking home, trying to figure out how I'd so clearly missed the end of a relationship, I started thinking back, and I recalled that I cried in front of her. We were laying in bed watching Miracle, and I wept like no one's ever cried watching Miracle. I cried until I was out of tear ducts. It was the most disgusting cry I've ever cried. There were snots everywhere. Her head was on my chest, and I was crying so hard I could just see it bouncing because I could not control anything. I was crying during her Brooks speech. Great moments are born from great opportunity. And that's what we have here today, gentlemen. If you lose this game, you'll take it to your graves. Your fucking graves. I was crying when OC stayed on the roster. OC's playing, baby! At every single point of that movie, I was weeping. She had zero emotions to this. No connection whatsoever to taking down the USSR. Turns out that's probably what did it. Anyway, the one thing I learned is that when someone says, hey, let's go grab a drink, not always a good thing. Why'd you want to play college hockey? Isn't it obvious? For the girls? Well, I wanted a championship, and that guy over there took it right off my fucking finger. Yeah, Doc said you got a bump on your knee. The knee's a hell of a long way from the heart, candy ass. I don't know why Herb has a fucking Boston accent right now. He's from Minnesota, but I guess I'm doing a Boston accent. He doesn't know what to do. You're playing like it's some throwaway game up in Rochester. Why does he have a Boston accent? Michael Ruzioni, I play for the United States of America. Mike has a Boston accent. For some reason, I didn't do that one. Thank you for watching One Thing I Learned. Here's a reminder to please subscribe, hit the bell icon, and leave a comment for other stories you'd like to see cartoonified. And if you want to see more stories, make sure you click the playlist right up here. It's all the One Thing I Learned we've had, all compiled in one place. All the great stories. Subscribe, bell, watch it, comment, do it all. Thank you.